This math summary focuses on fractions of a collection or quantity. We can have fractions of one shape, one object, where we divide it into equal or even parts. But we can also have fractions of a group of objects. Like I've got one bag, but it's got 100 balls in this bag. So if I wanted a fraction, I'm actually doing a fraction of a group of objects, a collection. I could say, what's half of my 100 balls? What's 1/4 of my 100 balls? And work out a whole range of different problem-solving activities based on fractions of a group or a collection of items. Well, we can also look at this by dividing up our group of items into even and equal parts using a visual or picture diagram to help us understand this concept. I've got 1/4 of 16. So I'm basically wanting to divide it into 4 groups because quarters are 4 groups, 4 equal parts. I've got 4 different groups here and I'm going to count and share out my 16 items. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now notice that I shared equally and every group has exactly the same amount. There's no leftovers. So I want 1 out of the 4 groups, 1/4. 1 out of 4 is 1/4. So that would be looking at just one group. How many's in that group? 4. It happens to be 4 in that group. But if I wanted 3/4 of my 16, I actually want 3 out of the 4 groups. That means I want 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. I want 4, 8, 12. And that's where we can count by the bottom number here and say how many 4s are in 16? 4, 8, 12, 16. There's 4. And I want 3 of those 4 groups. So I want 4, 8, 12. I want 12 altogether when I want 3/4. So I can draw a picture to help me understand and share out evenly, or I can say how many 3s do I count to get to 27, because that'd be like dividing 27 into 3 groups. So I count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and I get 9. So I know that one of those groups is just 9, but 2 of those groups would be a 9 and another 9. I multiply or I add those 2 groups together and I make 18. So we can work out one group or we can work out multiple groups when we're working out a fraction of a collection of objects.
If maths always felt this simple, your child's confidence would soar. That's why we built more than 200 core concept lessons just like this one. The link's below. Now let's finish this one together.
1/5 of 20. I could get 5 groups and share equally between those 5 groups, or I could say, how many 5s are in 20? 5, 10, 15, 20, there's 4. And I have 4 as an answer because I only wanted one group. But if I wanted 3 groups, it would be 4, then another group, 8, and another group, 12. 3/5 would be 12. So it depends how many groups you actually want. We divide by the bottom number, the denominator. We say how many. And then we multiply by the top number. We say, is it one group? Is it more groups? So we can have a single numerator, the top number, and we're saying 1/4 of 48, like this. How many 4s are in 48? 12. Let's do times this number here, just one group, it stays as 12. How many 9s are in 36? That would be 4, and it multiplies by one group, so it stays as 4. Whereas we can also have multiple groups where we say how many 10s are in 60, that would be 6, and we times by the top number 9. 6 9s or 9 6s are 54. How many 8s are in 16 is 2. We multiply by that top number and we get 14. So look to see if it's one group or more groups on the numerator on the top. We can also have whole numbers and fractions of a collection joined together like this. What's 1 and a half when we have 10? Well, we need one group of the 10 and half of the 10. One group of 10 is 10, half of 10 is 5, and we add them together and get 15. Or like this, 2 1/3 groups of 6. Well, that means we want 2 whole groups of 6, 12, and 1/3 of 6, 2. We add them together and we get 14. So we can do a fraction of a collection of objects, and we can look and see, do we want one group or more groups?